Hello, I screwed it up, of course. Hello, Eorzeans and Garleans alike, and welcome to a stream-ish thing. So they just had their Final Fantasy 14 stream release party trailer thing. And guess what? They are doing a new expansion for Final Fantasy 14 called Endwalker. So I kind of took some notes and I decided to do this quick little thing, maybe garner some interest for the channel, maybe. Yada yada, so on and so forth. Okay, so let's just jump right into it. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go through the trailer, then I'm going to go through my notes and just we can kind of talk about things. If anyone actually joins me for this stream, that's fine. But yeah, let's just get right into it. So, and the other thing is I'm probably going to leave this muted, or at least really low, so I don't get copyright. They'll probably catch me anyway, but because I don't want to let it play for too long. But we'll stop along the way and we'll just start talking about stuff. So let's get right into it. All right, so we start off with the view of the moon, big, bold moon-looking thing, and I'm sure that there's some music, and it's kind of like the Shadowbringers start, and you got homie walking. So it looks like and they said that they were talking about after this trailer was released that that he's, I don't know what this is here, but I mean, obviously he might be on Eorzea, but they were kind of looking at the moon, so not 100% sure. I mean, we will by the end of this, but so it looks like the Warrior of Light or Warrior of Darkness or whatever is kind of walking through a nice little Square Enix logo. So all right, so then of course you've got the map of Eorzea, and they're talking about everything's now burning and on fire and yada yada and so on and so forth. Typical stuff. And then we have Elise, who is still a red mage, might I add, and they did mention this in the stream, is that she is still going to be a red mage in this story, but she's getting a outfit upgrade. She looks like she's just fighting some random monsters on the field. Being joined, of course, by the Warrior of Light, sporting a Paladin's armor. And then the new job that we will get into in a little bit. You're like, what are these little laser things? Oh man, they look awesome. Well, it is Alpha Node, and he's the new healer class, which is going to be, I might as well just say it. It's going to be the Sage. So you got like a healer, a Paladin, and a red mage here. So you've actually got a pretty magic-based party. Again, the person in red just kind of watching and going through it and walking through whatever this weird elevator thing is. A lot of weird stuff, but looks definitely different aesthetic from a lot of the other stuff. So you have like, I don't know, an asteroid maybe falling, something falling. I don't know. There is a couple points in this trailer that that lead me to believe a couple things, and we'll get into that. But as you can see here, he is on the moon in his Paladin outfit rather than on Eorzea. And new logo, which it looks like it has some kind of ship or something on there. Endwalker, Final Fantasy 14. Fall 2021. Okay, so we're going to get into some of this here. First off, pretty excited for this. It seems pretty cool. I'm having a hard time getting super excited about it because Shadowbringers looked really good, and I've been sorely disappointed. I know a lot of people love it. I just am not getting into Shadowbringers. a lot. I mean, I don't know why I'm having a hard time getting through it. I'm probably about halfway-ish, maybe a little bit more than halfway through the story, and it's just not working for me at all, period. So just a couple of things. As I said during the trailer, there are 2 new jobs, they said, so far. And the one is a sage, which is what Alpha Node is. Alpha Node is going to be the sage, and the weapon is the Nulkiths. And I think I said that wrong, but whatever. The Nulkiths are going to be the weapons are like the 4 little laser things, but they're ether based and based on what weapon you have. I don't know if it changes elements. I know the ones were blue, but in the demonstration they were showing some concept art, and it looked. And I can actually bring that up if I ever get time in this thing. But some of the notable things is that this person is going to heal and protect the party. Kind of the job of a white mage, but this has kind of got a little bit of offense to it. I'm not sure exactly what's going to be so special about it, besides that it looks really cool. I mean, it does. It looks really cool. So here's the thing, is that the Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker at the end of patch 6.0, so at the beginning of the new expansion, all the way to the end of the story that comes out with the expansion, at the end of 6.0, the story of Heidelin and the Zodiac story is going to be over, period. I don't know if things are going to blow up. I don't know if things are going to change. I don't know if you can even go back after you've gone past this point. I'm assuming you can. But that they say that's it. They're starting a brand new story in part 6.1 in 6.1 of Endwalker. So look for a pretty massive transition in the near future for Final Fantasy XIV. So here we go. They're increasing level cap from 80 to 90. We always figure that. I mean, they always go up by 10. The new cities, and these cities look really cool. And actually, I'm going to try to bring these up while I'm doing this at the same time, because I still have the announcement showcase still up. I'm going to try to see if I can find this. But anyway, so yeah, they've got a lot going on in this one. I mean, and there's a lot I'm getting into. So, higher level, new areas. Okay. All right. So, you guys can see that already. Cool. All right. So the massive new areas that they have are there's going to be Razahan. It's like Radzathan. Let me see if I can find that one here. To me, it looks a lot like Lindblom. I mean, if you look at that picture right there, it looks a lot like Lindblom from Final Fantasy IX. Totally on board. I love Final Fantasy IX. I love Lindblom. That's actually one of my favorite cities in Final Fantasy IX. They do have a couple stills of the area, and apparently this place has been mentioned. I don't remember, but apparently it has been mentioned in several parts of the earlier Final Fantasy XIV story. Also, it's in the Thavnair area. So, yay. I mean, we've got kind of looks like the old city, the old city between Bastok and Sandaria in what is it on the beach? I can't remember, in Final Fantasy XI. Everybody goes there to level up past level 15, I think. Anyway, so the next one is the one that the next area I'm really excited about, because I was hoping that Shadowbringers would bring this one in, and this one is going to be this one here, and this one it looks like it's in ruin. Looks like the train graveyard with a big thing, like a big meteor in the middle or something. This is Garlemald, or Garlemald, which is the capital of the Garlean Empire. So we are finally going to get into the Garlean Empire and their capital. So that will be very interesting to see how that plays out. I'm very happy that we're going to be at least being able to go there. Those are the 2 areas that they were able to reveal. Some other things that they revealed was there's going to be some new tribes. As you can see, we've got a plethora of tribes up here. So the newest tribe is going, and I will totally mess this up, but they are the Archosaurus. The Archosaurus. And they're, I don't know if this is their tribe or also their name, is the Madangas. I really suck at this. I'm sorry, guys, but they're like elephant creatures. I really like this aesthetic. I think they're really cool. They look really different. The only thing they come close to are the bird-like ones from, I want to say it was either Heaven's Ward or Storm's Blood. But I really like this aesthetic. I like the blue. I like, the clothing. It kind of gives it like a Middle Eastern feel. So we'll see what happens there and how that goes. I'm excited for that. So there's going to be a new threat, which is you Final Fantasy X people, Anima. One of the best summons in Final Fantasy X. Although I can't say the Final Fantasy X is one of my favorites, it is definitely probably in my top 10. Get it? Top 10, literally. But Anima is definitely one of the more interesting summons and things that happens in Final Fantasy X. So I'm kind of excited that this is going to be one of the bosses you can fight. Gosh, why can't it's not a summon? It's a I can't see. I'm showing my rust here. I mean, I've played the game a decent amount, but I just, for some reason, I just can't remember what they're not summons. They're not. They're like gods to the beastmen, and I can't remember what they're called. Of course, I draw a blank right now. Anyway, okay. So there's going to be also just going to run through these really quick. I don't do a lot of this in the game. I normally kind of do my own thing, try to go through the story. I don't play 14 as much as I probably should, and really right now recently, I've really lost interest a lot because of Shadowbringers just is really literally bringing me down. So there's going to be new alliance raids, new high-end raids. There's going to be new side quests for role crafter and gatherers. So there's going to be some new quests there, which I think we normally get. They're adding to the trust system, which is going to be Etstein. I always mispronounce. I always want to call him like Einstein. It was like Etstein or something like that. From Heaven's Ward, the Dragoon. So he's going to be a trust that you can recruit for help during some dungeons. And another big thing is that they're going to be doing a gold saucer update. It's a big update, a big addition, they say. And they didn't say what it was, but they did ask the fans, what do you all want to see in the gold saucer? And like everybody was saying Blitzball. And I think that that's not what it is, because they were kind of surprised that, and people were saying stupid stuff like Fall Guys and stuff like that. But a lot of people wanted Blitzball. And the reaction that the host and the translator had was kind of like, oh, crap. Well, we've kind of been working on this and it's not Blitzball. That's what it seemed like. So, I guess I could bring the stream up too. Bring this there. There you go. You can kind of see the little graphic or whatever that they had. So yeah, Gold Saucer update's really cool. I like the Gold Saucer well enough. I mean, I really wish they had some more Triple Triad stuff going on there. I don't know. Triple Triad's pretty cool. I've always liked that. That's the only thing I really liked about 8. And a bunch of other stuff. Here's the thing that really piqued my interest towards the end. It's called the Island Sanctuary. This seems like right up my alley, because a lot of I like builder games. I like all this other stuff. It's called Island Sanctuary. It is a slow living, raising animals, cultivating the land, and a minion range, where you can just put your minions out and they can wander the fields. I really think that this is going to be my jam. So I'm going to try to figure out what I need to get it to this point in the game, because this sounds like something I would love to do. The farming and all that, and having your minions out. Sorry. And just one or two more things that they added, I think, is there's going to be more housing for Ishgard, which I haven't really even made it to yet, honestly. I know that they said that people have been working really hard to restore Ishgard, and so they're going to be opening up new areas for residents. I still have my private residence and my free company residence back in Limsoloma. And one of the big fixes that they said that they were going to do with this was they were going to downscale HP and damage, because the damage, like one of the bosses that they had 44 or 440 million HP, and they said, you know what? Starting with the new update, I don't know why I'm yawning. So, starting with the new update, they are going to start down. You're going to get less increase in stats as you level up. So yeah, so that's going to be, and I think that's good. That's quality. That's quality of life in the game, because I get it. You're not going to have as much HP. You're not going to do as much damage, but they're also lowering the boss's HP. They're also lowering the boss's attack and like everything is getting reduced, so that everything is kind of like, so they're lowering the tide for all ships. So that'll just make it so that you're not hitting, you're just 440 million HP. Like, really? So I think this is a good quality of life thing that they're doing. And they kind of went on and on about some other weird little stuff, and I was just kind of whatever and watching, but yeah, so that kind of wraps it up. I'm Final Fantasy 14. I've been playing it for going on 8 years now. Off and on. I'm not going to say I'm some stellar nonstop player. I mean, there'll be sometimes months at a time that I don't play, and then there'll be times where I play for several weeks in a row. So, yeah. I mean, so I'm, I always go back to it. I always play it. I got to get my money's worth, because they take my money every 3 months. So, I always think, I have to get my money, at least my money's worth for 3 months. So I always go back to it, and I always do some things. And, my free company's still kicking it in there. And they tolerate me. So that's cool. And that's it. So if any of you guys are Final Fantasy 14 people, and I haven't played much Final Fantasy on my channel, or yet. My son is talking about playing Final Fantasy VII Remake, as well as Midgar of the original. He's never played it, so I'm very excited about that. My girlfriend plays Resident Evil. I play RPGs right now. I'm playing Assassin's Creed and Breath of Fire 3. It's only 10 o'clock here, and I'm so old. And yeah. So, and then my daughter's playing Dragon Quest Builders. So, we've got a lot going on right now. Our Twitch is the same as the name of the channel, which is Milk Toast Gaming. So if you've seen this here on YouTube, please comment, like, and subscribe. If you haven't, leave a comment. Let me know what you're excited about. If you play Final Fantasy 14, if you've never played Final Fantasy 14, just throw it out there. Just say what you like. Like, say, wow, I would get into 14, but I kind of want to see this instead. What would you like to see in Final Fantasy 14 in the future? And I guess that's it. So with that, I'm Cousin Cheeto, Milk Toast Gaming. Catch you guys in the next one. Catch you later.